Right now. Okay, here we go. What's good, people? This is Big Set back at it. I have somebody that I've known for about well, I don't want to disclose his age, so I'm not gonna say how long I've known him, but you might recognize him. Actually, I'm gonna let him introduce himself because I'm gonna say
Yeah,
something
you gonna mess it up.
exactly.
You just gonna mess it up, bro. And then you don't even mess up my credits.
Exactly. Who are you?
Yo, who are you?
I'm Big
Yeah,
Sad.
yeah. Yo, let's start like this. Started the rap group, Groove Be Chill. Did a movie, House Party, which superseded my rap career. So then I went from a rapper trying to act to an actor trying to rap, which was House Party 1,
Yes.
House Party 2, Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Sergeant Bilko, Galaxy Quest, 10 Things I Hate About You. I knew I missed a good one in there. Oh yeah, I did Lucky Numbers with John Travolta. You just talked about lottery too, so that was it. I did 5 TV shows. You see me on Veronica's Closet. See me on my first big sitcom was the John Larroquette show. But
Yep.
said, do you remember Here and Now? The
Yep.
show I did with Malcolm Jamal Warner after the Cosby Show.
Yeah,
Oh, oh,
exactly.
I thought we was gonna run as long as the Cosby Show, bro. When I made that, I did the show with one season and gone. Did did a show called Brothers, which I produced.
Yeah.
I wrote, I starred, and if
Michael
we'd have won
Strahan.
another season,
Michael
I was
Strahan.
going to direct, starring me and Michael Strahan. Big shout out to my bro. You have Mike on here yet?
No, not yet. No.
Oh no, we gotta make that happen. He gotta
Yeah.
come on here. Mike crazy. Then so then from there, I went from NCIS New Orleans and Fear the Walking Dead.
Weren't you in hold up. I just
I was in another one. I know it's gonna be something I missed.
it'll come up in my head as we're talking. So everybody, this is Daryl Chill Mitchell. We met literally years ago. I, I can remember just this. Hold on. Now, like people who are old are gonna get what I'm doing with the up down, the uptown kicking it. Wait, what's the name of the
Uptown
song?
kicking it.
Uptown kicking it,
Excuse
yeah.
me.
And
Yeah.
Groovy chill. La, la.
Here we
Anyway,
go. Up. Here we down. Hey.
and it's funny because I still speak to Bilal every now and then on Instagram. Like, we'll
Yeah.
post whatever something blah blah. So, But anyway, how are
Another
things
little,
going?
another little tidbit. As you
Yes.
just said, what you said, I just spoke to Bilal. A
Yeah.
lot of people didn't know that House Party was a vehicle that was created for Groove Beach Chill.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, I
how
knew of course.
Martin got the name Bilal. So
Yeah.
that's why, because Kid was gonna be called Groove and Play was gonna be called Chill. But they was like, no, that's our rap name, man. We can't use their names. And we was like, true, but Bilal wasn't a rapper. And Martin Bilal wasn't a comedian and Martin wasn't a DJ. So they just said, all right, we'll keep Bilal. So that was cool.
And just like they just xed out DJ Wiz, but let me say that's a
Oh,
different.
that ain't nothing to do with us, cause hey, that ain't got nothing to do with us. That was a kid and play. I don't know situation supposedly.
That was a production decision. So
Yeah, I love Wiz. That's my dude. I
yeah,
just
yeah,
was with Wiz at a Comic Con. That dude is genuine gold money.
yeah.
I love him.
Actually, because me, him, Ralph McDaniels, Dana Dane, the Awesome Two, and DJ Vern, we did a video mix party for about 13 years.
Oh,
Like, and
right.
Wiz's birthday is like 8 days before mine, so we always did our birthday parties together. I literally just
Oh,
spoke the
okay.
other day about planning to do something this year. We haven't done a party in years because of the pandemic, and because we're
Oh
old now,
yeah.
we just don't want to do anything. But we literally just spoke like several days ago to try to
Hey yo,
figure out
you
what to do.
you gonna leave that word old out this vocabulary on this show today, bro.
Okay, I'll use ancient instead. But anyway, no, let me stop. But like, and the funny thing is that when I'm speaking to like you and other people on the show,
Yeah.
everyone like after they see it because they see that we have good chemistry, whatever, good conversation. People always ask me like, how do I know the people that I know? And nine
What?
times out of 10, I just can't remember. I just know that we knew each other. It could have been well, actually, I know one thing that a lot of people didn't know, that I literally used to be at the Uptown offices in
All the
Brooklyn,
time.
in
Yep.
Brooklyn, and people that didn't know, when they're like, "Oh, MCA," I'm like, "No, I'm talking about Fourth
Mm-mm.
Avenue with Andre, with Jimmy." I'm like
Yeah.
those days where I was like literally at the office with Jimmy Manus and Jimmy Love, and like I said, just hanging out and just being around and just
Dude, you was around before Puffy.
yeah, definitely. And that's the thing,
I
because
know
people
that.
when I would tell people that me and Puff were actually interns at the same time, because he was an intern at Uptown when at the MCA offices on Broadway.
Hmm.
I was an intern at Motown at the MCA offices, and we was on the same floor.
All right.
So
Okay.
that's actually how we actually got cool. Like you said, I was at the offices before Puff was coming there, but
Yeah.
when Puff actually got there, like we got cool because we actually did parties together. But
Right.
it's just so crazy how the connections with Albie Shore and like all that, the beginnings of Uptown. And what's funny is I lived in Harlem years later,
Right.
and Vanessa Sinquest actually lived in the building behind mine. She ended up
Hmm.
moving there after I was there. So it was just so funny how I would just bump into people, and then actually, you remember Kurt Woodley?
Come on, man. I just
I
saw
think
Kurt. Me and Albie Shell seen Kurt about 2 months ago in Harlem because we there honored me at Harlem Week, and just so happened Kurt was walking by this. We was at a restaurant, and he just was walking down the block, and we was like, "That Kurt?" You saw him about 2 months ago.
I literally saw Kurt today. I had jury
Wow.
duty in the Bronx by Yankee Stadium, and I saw
Yeah,
that it looked like Kurt, but I'm like, that's not Kurt. So then he's like, "Yo, said." I was like, "Yo, I
that's
thought that was,"
Kurt.
and you're right, because I see Kurt at the just at the anywhere.
Yo, he just be because he be strolling. He be outside. Kurt
Last
be
time I saw him was in
outside.
Harlem. Yeah, last time I saw him was in Harlem a couple of months ago. So like we had a brief conversation, because I'm like, why do I just see you like I didn't see him for years.
Randomly.
All of a sudden now I see him randomly, like not at a party, not in a strip,
Right.
but
Just
on the street. The last three times I saw Kurt Woodley was on the street, and I saw
bro,
him
because
today.
think about it. The only time we used to move, it was for a purpose.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
now cats is just living. So now you're gonna see him in different ways. And
Yeah,
before, man, we moving with a purpose, dog.
definitely. And,
Because
and it was
we was coming from Long Island, so when we hit the city,
no way,
Jack,
you
we
know.
was coming. It was a reason.
Yeah, at least I was coming from the Bronx. I wasn't too far, but yeah, Long Island, even though it was like
Yeah,
a Brooklyn thing. But
yeah, yeah.
okay, okay. Actually, let me ask you about this. Let me get it out the way, because I have a bad memory because I'm almost as old as you are. But I do know that you have a foundation. So I want to actually touch on that, because what I like to do is when I do speak to people, I want people to realize that as long as we've been doing things, we're still doing things. So why don't you tell the people about the Daryl Chill Mitchell Foundation?
Well, of course, it's a foundation near and dear to my heart. After I had my accident, which I'm sure we'll get into. I had an
Yeah,
accident, a motorcycle accident in 2001, left me paralyzed from the waist down. And after, God blessed me with the people that I was surrounded with, people like such as yourself. But anyway, you know, um, it gave me an opportunity to realize by traveling all over the country and other different parts of the world that it's so many people that's lacking with
yeah,
resources and information. And a lot of times, my foundation is not only given to a person that's paralyzed, I'm trying to make a way for caregivers, man, because I think those are like the unknown soldiers, man. And a lot
yeah,
of times when I go to hospitals, when people come and ask me to come speak to somebody or something that happened, I go, to different rehabilitation centers, and I tell people in a minute, that person, his life gonna be what it is, but I gotta talk to you because you gotta understand your life is gonna change. A lot of times people understand it, that their life is gonna change too. So I try to, give out information and travel and try to, you know, we do things where we collect like medical supplies. And, so a lot of times I get supplies too. So I try to coordinate with a lot of cats that I know because I know Dave Snowden. So
Oh yeah,
main
yeah, yeah,
thing, yeah,
yeah.
that's my dude. You know what I mean? I knew him before he got hurt. But anyway, but
Exactly.
we, we try to get supplies shipped over to other different places where the need is great. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing for mine. It's just about I want to raise funds and donate to different rehabilitation centers that don't have them the main resources
Okay.
to help, especially in the city, man. I mean, cats don't even realize they can rent cars. They're like, what? I'm like, dude, yeah, they put the hand controls in the car for you. Sometimes you gotta call a day ahead. Some places want 8 hours ahead. And then sometime like me, I travel with my own portables. So if I can't get a car right away, I throw them portables in and take off. So but they don't even know they can rent a car.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, just going back to Dave Snowden. Now, of course, with him and Mark Jackson, when they were doing their thing back then before he got into his accident, got shot.
Yeah.
What I appreciated about like I said, Dave, we were always cool, always joked, go back and forth all the
Ain't
time.
crazy.
Yeah. So the funny thing is that well, not funny thing, but the thing was after the accident. Now, and I'm pretty sure that everybody that's come across you after your accident, and you were in a wheelchair, like people don't know how to be around you because um we're used to seeing you one way and then
Right.
seeing you in a different way, feeling and I'm going to say the same sentiment that most people say, feeling sorry because you don't have the capacity you had, or you're unable to do certain things. And it was Snowden that actually me and Tuffy used to hang out like all the time.
Yeah.
So I think like the first time we saw him, I don't know where it was, but we're just talking, and it's like we're not saying anything, you know. And like he's looking at us like he's snapping on us, and it's
Well,
I
do I snap back at
yeah,
him?
so
You
it's
know what
like,
I mean?
and you know how I am, you know how tough he is, and Tuffy's worse than me.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
so the funny thing is that he said to us, he said, "Yo, I get it. I was shot. I'm in a wheelchair." He's like, "Yo, I'm still Dave Snowden." He's like, "Yo, I want you to treat me the same way." And me
Right.
and Puffy look at each other, and then Dave literally just starts snapping on us. And I know I'm using the old word snapping, where he just started getting on us. And it got to the point where I was like, nigga, roll your ass out of here. Whatever it was, then it was like, then he's like, that's what I need. That's what this is that and other. That's when I
Yeah.
realized that, like, we were treating, and like I said, I hadn't seen you like after
Right.
the accident, so it wasn't, by the time I saw you, I had already gotten used to what Dave Snowden had told us. And it's like, listen, as people in wheelchairs, especially if it's something that happened afterwards, we need to feel that regularness that
Normalcy.
we
It's a
always had.
normalcy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And
is what it is.
it took such a load off, because it's like, me specifically, I'm like I can't, because it's like, but Dave is relentless. He's like this, and I don't know what he said, but it got to the point where I was
Bro.
like, then I said something, then all of a sudden it's like we got back to how we were before he got shot, and I felt more comfortable because I knew that he felt comfortable and he wanted to be
Right.
comfortable. After that,
Yeah.
anybody, I knew that, like I said, with you and other people, it's like, okay, I get it now. And once I get to okay,
Yeah.
I know some people take longer than others. Um,
Right.
you are, you were just as strong. Dave was just as strong. I had another
Yeah.
friend that it happened to. So it's like, once they got to that point, then I kind of went overboard at times. But Dave said to us, he's like, he appreciates that because he needed to feel that. And of course, this is when it first happened, like when he was first
Yeah.
there, and like because I used to do celebrity basketball games as well, and he used
I
to do
know.
games with Mark Jackson.
Oh, come on. I know.
And his connections.
Yo, as a matter of fact, did you send me that picture with me and you? It's a
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
You sent that picture. We just said, what's that? That was Charlie Mack
Yeah, Charles
in
Smith.
Philly?
No, it's Charles Smith game. No, what's wait?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Charles
right.
Smith
That's
game.
right.
Yeah,
That's
Charles
right.
Smith game. And
Yeah.
what? like I said, and from that point on, like anybody that is in a situation where life has been altered, as long as they're comfortable, then I'm gonna be the because he said yo be the asshole you've always been, and I'm like I could do that, and then after that, so big shouts to Dave. I haven't spoken to him in a minute, but big shouts to Dave because like I
It's
said,
my
he always
dude.
feel comfortable, after his accident. Well, when I say accident, I say it because
His incident.
it's not
Yeah.
accident. So, but I appreciate the fact that he did do that and spoke to us, so that way I felt comfortable because I know that people feel uncomfortable when other people feel uncomfortable. I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. I really don't.
Nah, nah.
Unless
And that's the thing.
unless
When
I'm
I
making
come in the
it
room, bro,
difficult.
I'll let you. You stupid. When I come in the room, they gonna know I'm in the room, dude, and they
Yeah,
automatically know, bro. Because that was
yeah,
one of the first things I did, man. When I got out the hospital, I went straight to Cali, and I was like, "Yo, let me sit down with all these producers and writers and actors that I know, and let them know that, yo, bro, I'm still me." You
yeah,
understand? And even the guy who directed me in Galaxy Quest, he was like, "Dude, you still you. You just sitting down." I said, "Bro, ain't nothing changed. Let's roll." And bro, I ain't look back, man. I've never done two shows at the same time my whole career until I got decided to use a chair. I never did two shows. I did NCIS and Fear the Walking Dead at the same time. And I mean, they didn't take no pity on me, bro. Some nights I was like, whoo boy, do I really want to do this, man? Because I mean, it got tough, but I was like, yo, you know what? It was a good test for me. Let me know, yeah, you can manage. You can
yeah.
handle it.
That's gonna be my next question because I know like we all go through transitions, but the transition you went through is definitely something that a lot of people wouldn't be able to. Like, what was it that made you say, "Listen, fuck this. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this the right way, and I'm going to do this the successful way."
Yo, the thing is, man, is when you got to make a decision right then and there. Ain't no, you can't be pump faking. Ain't no halfway and you are, well, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Nah, you either gonna do it or you not. And my inspiration is my family. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I gotta get out this chair because I gotta feed my family, and I gotta get out of this bed, and I gotta go to work. So when the doctor came and told me, yo, this was the situation was, I said, "All right, what's next?" He was like, well, you gotta go rehab. So I was like, all right, let's get it. And I mean everything. But learning how to drive with a hand control, I was on top of everything because I was like, yo, I gotta get back at it. And the
Yeah,
best thing ever I did was travel by myself for my first time. I left, did it all by myself, bro, because I knew in the future it was gonna be something that I had to do. So I was always looking down the road. All right, you know what? You better get at it because you're gonna have to get at it. You know what I mean? So that was the main thing, man. But you don't do it alone, man. You know what I mean? Had a lot of support, man. I mean, Chris Tucker, that now that was the funny one. Chris comes to the hospital, well, in the rehab, because I was only in the hospital for 2 weeks. I was in rehab for 4 months, but I did the hospital for 2 weeks. So Chris came to the hospital to see me. He was looking for Chill Mitchell.
yeah,
The people was like, they thought he said Chisholm because it was a guy on the floor with me named Chisholm, and he was in rehab, but I was right there in my room. So they was like, well, he'll be back in about. So Chris goes, I will tell him I'll be back at 1 o'clock.
yeah,
He gives that's like saying you giving them a showtime that you gonna appear at the Apollo. Yo, dude, I think they put out a memo. Chris Tucker will be appearing at the Shepherd Center at 1 o'clock. Yo, dude, when I got in rehab, I seen Chris Circle come around the corner, man. Yo, I could see the lady eyes like, oh my God, yo, and it's just like you can hear every electric chair coming down the hallway. I'm like, that they can't get y'all in rehab in here any other day. Whole rehab just floor crowded. But you know what? That dude, man, he was graceful, man. He was going there every other room, talking to everybody. But then when he came in my room, he took his shirt off because it was warm in there. Had his wife beaters, took his shoes off. So I was like, yeah, he gonna chill out for a little while. You know what I mean? Then he gonna break out. So I was like, I was tired, bro. And he was like, yo, don't worry about me, man. You gotta get some sleep, get some sleep. So I figured I would go to sleep. Then I would wake up and Chris would be gone. Yeah, I woke up, man. Chris was in that chair, had his arms folded, feet up. And bro, Chris stayed with me that whole night, man. And yo, so you gotta have people like that, bro. You know, Malcolm Jamal Warner came from Canada. He was doing a TV show in Ontario and flew to Atlanta, came to my crib, took me to the barber shop, went down. He was like, yo, you know I like Crown. He was like, look, man. He bought me my first bottle of Crown. He said, look, man, you still you. Like you said, you still you, bro. So he same thing. I was like, yo, man, we take it to the airport. He said, nah, I got it. I got everything. Woke up that morning, I was gone on his way back to work, man. So love like that, man,
Yeah.
from Hollywood, bro, was and I ain't gonna leave you out, bro. I know you checking on me, bro. So that man means a lot, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm definitely glad because, like I said, when I did hear about the accident and like the condition you were in, I mean, of course, being a friend, you definitely worry, and then like you said, it's
Yeah,
like okay, so what is he gonna do now? Because he actually has a career as opposed to like, and not no disrespect to anybody, any other type of job, but
right.
when you're in the public eye, of course,
Yeah.
it's a bigger thing because people put you there or whatever the thing is, and like then to see you still doing your thing, seeing you doing TV shows and seeing you like, and it's like, yo, one thing that everyone that knows about me, like once we become friends, associates, whatever you want to call it,
Oh,
if if
dog.
if, if we're cool, we're going to be cool regardless of what you're doing, whether you're doing bad, what you're doing well. And I'm
Right.
always proud when I see people doing their thing because there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of things. I witness it because I see it all the time. I've seen it. And even
Hmm.
though I'm not a celebrity, so to speak, I've been in those circles because of my history with the videos and just being around people and just seeing how people are. So to see you doing your thing as if nothing has happened, like it was like, a proud moment knowing that, this man has overcome and we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on
Yeah.
mentally. But the only thing I know is that you're still doing it. And then when I do see you, when I speak to you, and seeing that you've never had a bad word, a sad moment,
No.
whatever. That's not to say you don't have them, but
Right.
when I've spoken to you, when I've seen you, it was like the chill that I've met 36 years ago, at least the chill I've met so many years
Might
ago.
be 40.
Yes, but knowing that to still hold that energy and to hold that light is definitely, I think that's more of an achievement than what you're doing career wise
Oh
because
yeah, man.
people still get influenced by your success. And I know that you already noticed because you're in that position. But when I do have
Yeah.
conversations, and when I tell people like when I have conversations with, and I don't consider your celebrities because you're the friends, but
Right. Right.
people who don't know are always going to label you in this way. So they're always asking, well, how come this or how do this? I'm like, listen, when I speak to them, I'm not speaking to them as Daryl Chill Mitchell, the actor, or I'm speaking to him as Chill, the person I met years ago, because
Yeah.
that's who I know and that's who I'm always going to know. But I do
Right.
appreciate the fact that because a lot of people I do know, they act different. It is what it is. But I also definitely keep near to my heart people like you that I don't have to speak to you for 4 years. I'll pick up the phone if you still have the same number, or I'll reach out to you via social media, whatever the case may be.
Hey, I'm gonna clap back.
Yeah, you're always gonna hit me back like, "Yo, said what's up?" And
I'm
I,
gonna
I tell
clap
people
back.
that this is my thing. When people are people and people are genuine, you don't you don't have to speak to them. You don't. As a matter of fact, um, as an
Yo,
example,
you know what? It was three of us. It was three of us. We was the three littlest dudes in the hip hop community. It was you, myself, and God bless him, Todd one.
Todd won.
It
Yes.
used to be us three. We was the three littlest dudes in hip hop, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's how far back we rock, man. So, yes, sir.
I don't know if you just heard my alarm just go off saying I have my meeting with you.
From your
At
calendar,
8 o'clock.
Chill Mitchell and Cedric Biggs said
I'm
Thornton,
trying
leave
to.
a
How do I
message
turn this off?
2021@gmail.com.
Uh,
Starts in
oh,
15 minutes.
it's on my Echo. That's why. Okay, you know what?
See,
It is
look
what
at
it
that. You're just all over the place. Keep it right. This place
is.
rock, bro.
Yeah. But like I said, I just want to definitely give you your props and like I said,
Thank
I, I,
you, bro.
appreciate our friendship because and it's funny because 2 weeks ago Carl Payne. Now,
Oh yeah.
Carl Payne, him and Tuffy hung out in high school. And when I say hung out, I mean hung out. We used to be at his house all the time. Like I know his family. I hadn't
Right.
seen Carl in so many years. We communicate via Instagram. He hit me
Uh-huh.
up. He hit me up. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing? I'm in New York. I'm having dinner at 8 o'clock." And this was about 6:30. I got the message. I'm like, this nigga. And I was like, you know what? And I was sick. And I was like, I'm not gonna go see him because I'm like, fuck that. But I was like, you know what? He's actually a friend, not somebody that I
Yeah.
just know. He's actually a friend. And the fact that he reached out to me to hang out, not to do a party, not to go.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I gotta go see him because I know he's doing this comedy thing. He's on
Yeah.
tour. And I'm like, you know what? Let me go see him. So I went and like however many years we haven't seen each other. Like I said, we went to high school together,
It
and
was like,
it's as if like we just left high school like 5 minutes
but I
ago.
tell people, man, we have a different our relationship in life
Yeah,
and what we do. It's different.
yeah.
And a lot of times people think, oh, like me and Denzel, we cool. I know Denzel came to the crib, everybody.
Close to
I
the
don't
show.
see Denzel all the time. But when if something is popping off out of nowhere, I'll get a call. You call Denzel today, and he gonna call you back 2 months later, and act like
That's a
he
person.
just like you just called him yesterday. Yeah, I'm returning your phone call. Then you'd be like, before I would be like, man, I called you 2 months ago, but now it's like I know his concept of time. Just
Yeah,
like I tell people, we live in the moment. We don't live the day. It's like people don't understand that. It's moment to moment. It's just like just now. We said you said 8 o'clock. I said 7 o'clock. But we had to make it happen
yeah. You know what?
because
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we don't,
yeah.
something that boat gonna sail. It ain't gonna be like you don't want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you, but the boat gonna sail. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And it's like, dang, man. And I'm gonna be watching said boat just float away like, all right, well, I catch him at the next dock.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because we live by in the moment. We don't live in it day by day. People live a repetitious life. You know when you get up at 5 o'clock to get to work by 8.
Yeah,
Then you know you're gonna punch out at 4. You know you're gonna be home by 6. You're gonna have dinner.
you
You're
know,
gonna watch a little TV. You're going to bed to
the
get
best.
ready to do it all over again. Bro, we can wait. Yo, I tell people it's my life is like the set. Today, my call time for tomorrow will be 5 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh, at 5 a.m., we work till sundown. Then, you know what? We need a night shoot. So the next call going to be 6 o'clock p.m.
yeah,
because we got to work from sundown to sun up. So it ain't, I don't know. I just got to catch the sleep when I catch it. When I get in my dress room, I'm down.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But when I come out, I'm fresh. But that's the thing. It's like we live in the moment. But that's why the moments are valuable, bruh.
yeah.
When I
Definitely.
look at what I've been through, and now when I had the chance to lay back and reflect on the moments that we lived in our lifetime, bruh, and the things we've seen and the places we've been and the
Yeah,
people we have met, yo, bro, that's like we caught a time period. They think 50 years of hip hop just started 50 years ago. No, it didn't. It just got recorded 50 years ago.
yep,
But it's been going on, and it wasn't just in the music, man. It was hip hop started before before the music started, man. You know what my greatest hip hop song to me is "Save the Overtime for Me" by
wow.
Gladys Knight.
That's
That
like,
that beat that beat, and boom, doom, doom. Yo, that's we was breaking on that because we had no hip hop. We was save the overtime. If you got time, y'all, play "Save the Overtime for Me" by Gladys Knight and listen to that beat. That's what we was break dancing
yep,
to. That was hip hop. So we was so that I respect the 50 years. Don't get me wrong, but it started before the 50 years, and it started before the music. So that's a whole nother story though. But I'm just saying, man, the moments, man, that we
yeah.
lived in, bro, not the time, the moments, and it's more moments to come. You know what I mean?
Actually, let me stay right there with the 50th anniversary because, of course, we're going into year 51 now. Before I ask a question, I've told people and everyone that's seen the show knows that like the whole 50th thing, I didn't I didn't appreciate it in the way that others. When I say appreciate, I don't mean the fact that it's 50 years old, but the fact that corporations were dictating what was the 50th anniversary about. What were your thoughts? Like I said, I know we're in the new year, and what were your thoughts? Because you're actually hip hop. Like there are people that think they know hip hop. Like, no, you're hip hop. Like your beginning was hip hop. The first movie you were in was because of hip hop. So what's your thought process as far as the whole celebration of the 50th anniversary, and what do you think is going to happen going forward when it comes to that corporation wise, not artists, not the culture, but as far as corporations because they've been taking advantage of the 50th anniversary. I know that was a lot,
Well,
but
well, I mean, it's the same thing, man. I mean, look at we had the American the Negro League, the baseball. Once they put their hands in it, bro, it's gonna get diluted. And
yeah,
that's the bottom line. I do television, okay, for a living. So I know there's no way in the world that they're gonna be able to capture the essence of the hip hop. I know they're gonna do their best
yeah.
at what they can do, but the thing about it is what they need to do is get with why didn't Ralph McDaniel produce that? That's all I'm saying. You if you want it ain't put the people in there and let them do it for that one segment. You know what I mean? That would you know what you want to talk about African Bambaataa? Give him I put these just put these people around the whole show, front and back. And so because you ain't gonna be able to capture it, you understand? So that's why it's like I knew that wasn't gonna be it wasn't gonna happen. I appreciate the effort. I'm gonna give them that much, but I knew they weren't gonna be able to capture it, man. In that hour, it wasn't gonna happen.
But one thing I can appreciate is that throughout the celebrations, and I had this conversation with Chip Fool when I spoke to him earlier this year, like because he was saying that there's a lot of artists that weren't performing that got the chance to perform again because of it. And like I said, there's been some good when I'm talking about the whole celebration in general throughout the year because like even though they've gotten a lot of things wrong, at least some things they got right when it came to certain people because they spoke to the right people. Now,
Yeah.
I also started a series on my site called Beyond 50 because I say to people that it's a 50th year anniversary, but we were there from the beginning. We're going to be there till the end. Whenever, oh, I should say our end because hip hop is not going to end as far, regardless. But the thing is, Beyond 50 because we're still going to be doing this Beyond 50. When the 61st year comes along, where are y'all going to be? Y'all are going to wait until the 75th year or the 100th year just because that's what you do. For us, it's not. It's like Black History Month. Like I get offended when when since I work for Black Enterprise, when people pitch stuff for Black History Month, I'm like, we're a Black publication. We do Black culture. We do Black business. Like, why do you want us just to celebrate whoever you're trying to get just for February? I'm like, I'm going to ignore you the whole month of February because you should be reaching out to me any time of the year because we celebrate Black history on a daily basis. We don't do it just
I
between.
mean, when is that gonna stop? Like really?
It's
When is that gonna stop? That gotta stop soon
yeah,
or later, bro. Like I what I be watching sports, man, and somebody said they was talking about uh, um a running a quarterback, and the guy said that he said, man, he said he's something special, and I'm like, yeah, you because you never seen it before, because
yeah,
y'all didn't let us in. That's why it's hard for me to respect those records, man, because we weren't allowed to participate. So
yeah.
now you seeing all of this, and you like this dude. He is something special. Yeah, yeah, he is. But you didn't see, you never saw it before. You
Because
know what I
we see it,
mean?
and
And
that's why it's not special to us.
it's not special to me.
Regular
That's
to
why
us.
I be laughing when they be talking like Dion. He played football and he played baseball, and I'm like, dude, let me tell you something. If you came outside and you couldn't play three sports, you better stay inside.
Yeah, exactly.
And dog, I played basketball, I played touch football, and we played kickball, and we played softball. We played a lot of sports, and we had some cats that can flip up the whole block. Backhand, no, don't backhand springs, no handspring contest, dude. But we ain't never seen a gymnastics organized gymnastic place in our life.
Not at
So
all.
I'm just saying, yeah, all like that's my brother, my nephews, and them. I'm like, dude, I don't. We getting them in any and everything, bro. And that we just get them in it, bro. Get them in it. If it's there, we get them in it. Swimming. I have my kids in diving, everything, man. Cause it's a lot of scholarships
Yeah.
for things like that. That
Actually,
they gotta give them away. So you
actually,
ain't got it, huh?
I said actually, my nephew got a scholarship for college playing lacrosse.
Come
My
on,
nephew.
bro.
So you
Yo,
perfect example.
I'm trying to get my nephew to do the sword. What's that?
The yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
fencing.
Fencing. I'm trying to get I told my brother to get him in the fencing, man. Like, yo, all kind of stuff. And they live in the hood, bro. I said we'll drive him wherever he gotta go, man. We'll get him there. But
I know
for real, man.
it's Serena and Venus.
Come on, man. Come on,
So,
bro. If
so
they are perfect example. You couldn't set a better one than them. A
exactly.
real talk, man. But yeah, man. But that whole, I just wish that just gotta stop one day, man.
Yeah,
One day they gonna stop that Black History Month stuff and just
yeah,
let it be history.
exactly. And like and don't just celebrate it. It's just like okay for me. Like well, one of my exes like years ago used to get mad at me because I didn't celebrate Valentine's Day. I learned, because that's a woman's holiday. And yes, I'm saying that. And the thing is, I'm like, I'm gonna give you a gift. I'm gonna show you love like anytime I want. Like, why do I have to wait to a particular day to do it? And like it's like the only things I celebrate now is birthdays, like more personal things. Even some religious holidays, I don't celebrate it in that way. I celebrate the union of family, the things that comes along with it. So like when people like I don't say Merry Christmas. I say Happy Holidays, but it's when people hit me and I say it as a reaction. My friends are like, well, how come you don't say this? I like because if like my sentiments is when it comes to things celebratory, I want to do it in the moment, not because a calendar says we need to do it on this day. Like I said, the only thing that I do that is with anniversaries, things that are personal.
A
You,
lot of people do not study the origin of things, of
especially with
where
Valentine's
how it
Day.
started, especially Valentine, because they don't understand. Valentine is they try to connect it to a saint.
Yeah,
See, they done dropped saint off of it for that particular reason, because they knew it was connected, trying to connect it to something religious, and a lot of people, you so rude, dog. Like really,
do it.
you
I'm
the
thirsty.
worst. But no, a lot of people, man, they don't look at the origin of these things, man. It's always like a saint in front of that. So
Yeah,
they're like, oh, they don't look okay, well, where it come from? If you're gonna do it, understand what you're doing. You know what I mean? Halloween. Yeah, I seen a thing in the USA Today. It was a quote from a professed witch. And they put this in the USA Today, and I kept that. I'll send it to you. He said that's the best day for him because he gets to see Christians help celebrate the worship of the devil.
the
I said,
pagans. Yep.
hi, and what we do, you sit there and then you start your kids off with it, with giving them candy and treats.
Yep.
And it's like, but when you hear this guy, he's a professor. He studied. That's his thing. He said he worships the devil. And they took a quote from him. He said, "Yo, I love to see Christians help us celebrate our day when we worship the devil." I was like, wow, that was heavy.
But
So
that's
people
what
don't pay attention, man. But see,
that's
I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, so I was never in the holiday and stuff anyway. So
I would say we live in a society where all the information is there, but nobody wants to look for it.
Oh no, because it's gonna mess up. They don't want to do that.
You
No.
can literally, you can literally, you can literally get information. You don't even need a computer. All you need is a phone in the palm of your hand to get whatever.
But you know what? I speak at colleges and I tell them all the time. I ask people, I'm like, how many of y'all here got a cell phone? And then everybody raised their hand. And I said, no, you don't. And they go, what do you mean? I said, what you have is a computer with the capabilities of making a phone call. It's a computer. When you have 11-year-old boy, and I don't know if you remember that, he accessed the Pentagon
Yeah, I
with
remember.
his cell phone. He cracked into the Pentagon. They were just like, what? They thought they was having some cyber war going on. It was an 11-year-old kid. So that goes to show you, bro, that's not a phone. That's a computer with
Yeah,
the capability of making phone calls. You do know that, remember, the phone was the last app put on the iPhone. That was
yeah.
the last app. Everything, because remember, it was an iPod. Then it was able to access the internet. And then it was like, are you there now? Can you hear me now? The phone was the last thing put on the iPod.
I,
So
I, I,
yeah, man.
I always say to people that everyone gets a phone to do everything but talk.
Yo, and spend crazy money to take pictures.
Take pictures, video.
I want to get back into camera, man. I'm gonna study photography, but I'm gonna direct anyway, so I need to do it anyway. But I just want to get back to. I just for me. I know for somebody else, man. I want to get back to carrying a camera and taking pictures, bro.
It, be like D Nice when D Nice would take his pictures and like do his thing.
D got some pictures, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He took a nice
His
picture of me from years ago that I still have, and I'm like, you know,
oh, you just want everybody to know D Nice took a picture. He got one of me too, bro. No, no, he don't. I just had to say that. I just said, no, he don't. He got a picture of me.
so
Yeah.
what's next for Chill?
Yo, man, the sky ain't no limit, man. I'm just doing. You know what? I'm doing real estate. You know what I mean? I'm working on getting closer to God. I'm older now, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
we
you
see
see
we see things a
things.
lot differently now.
You do, because the world going crazy, bro. I ain't stupid and I ain't dumb and I ain't blind. This world going crazy. It's going crazy. And I was doing comedy. I was rocking. Cat Williams scared me out of that. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it no more, Cat. I'm
You
done.
know
I'm
about
my comedy. I retired, bro.
I was about
I
to ask
was rocking
I was
too.
about to ask you about comedy as well, and
No, my comedy, I'm having fun with it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know, the thing about it is, I found out I don't have a comedy show. I have a one-man show, and I can't wait till you see it, bro. My joint is very, is my show is funny, it's informative, it's inspirational, and it's personal. You know what I mean? Because I can own can the one thing what they talked about, you can't steal my material. Because in order to steal my material, you got to be sitting in a wheelchair, and you got to see things from a wheelchair,
yeah,
and you had to have been in house party when Martin Lawrence said, "Yo, kid, chill. You bump this table one more time, and kick your fucking heart out." And then I tell people Martin ain't taller than me in his wheelchair. I whoop Martin ass. So then you get everybody die when I say that. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, but people cannot tell my story. And
yeah.
that's what it all boils down to. And you interject little few things that happen while along the way. But my joint is that's the name of my show is called See What Happened Was. But Cat,
That's
I don't know, man. I think I don't want to do it no more. I don't.
yeah.
Cat scared me out of comedy, boy.
Well, actually, since going back to house party because it's funny, I literally just spoke to Bowleg Lou, and we were talking
Yeah.
about it. Now, at that time, because the house party, what people these days don't realize how big house party was for the culture of hip
Oh,
hop.
it was. Let me tell you something. House party came when we was in our trajectory on our way
Yes,
up. And when house party hit, bruh, it blew that rocket up.
definitely.
It blew the rocket up, man. It was just like our hip hop rocket exploded.
Yeah.
It was over. Nobody wanted to see me. And the funny part was, rappers knew that I was in hip hop. Comedians knew I was in hip hop, but Hollywood didn't know that I was in hip hop. So when they were hiring me, they were hiring me as a comedian, and
And
I
that's
didn't know it. I did not know it, bro. Because they were just like, yo, everybody wanted to see that funny kid in house party with the suspenders.
yeah.
Who's that kid? So
And that
now I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking like, yo, my hat is what they want and this and that, and they want me because that's the look. They not realizing that wasn't wardrobe. That was my hat.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that that whole thing was crazy, bro. And I just started doing more movies because I thought it would help me sell more records.
Yeah.
That's all the reason I really tried to act, man. And before I knew it, bro, I didn't leave acting. I mean, I didn't leave hip hop. I was taken away from hip hop, from films and television, and everything I got, I had to audition for. It wasn't like I'm just starting to get like NCIS came looking for me and Fear the Walking Dead came looking for me. But
Yeah.
everything else, bro, it was the process of audition, callbacks. Do know that the role of Bishop came down to me and Pac, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yo, if you
Wow.
look at the Morning Breakfast Club, Khalil Kane was on there. And he was telling them in the Breakfast Club. They was like, yo, who else auditioned for for Bishop? And then he was and Khalil was like, and he, so me and him used to be like, you running, and he just caught a brain fart. He was like, my man, he said, I can't think. So then finally, Charlemagne the God looked it up, and he was like, wait a minute. He said he had the bad breath, and then he was like, no, that ain't him. He was like, oh, the one that had. He said, oh yeah, chill. He said, yeah, my man Daryl Chill Mitchell. It was him and Tupac. But I tell you straight up and down, hands down, I could have never done what Tupac did.
Yeah. Things happen for a reason.
Things
Things happen for a
yo,
reason.
that role was tailor made. Now I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say tailor made for him. He did his thing because Pac was a trained actor, so
Yeah.
God bless him. But he could rock. But that was my dude too, man. But now it came down to me and Pac. Yeah,
So you've been involved in a lot of historical moments within your,
bruh. Sheesh. Have I?
you know.
When I did Queen, Halle Berry playing my mother, Danny Glover playing my father, I was like, I was just in the room in the rehearsal, just looking like this ain't happening for real. Crazy story. So we was working. Hallie was working on a horse, and she fell off the horse, and she bruised her tailbone. So she was in rehearsal with like they had this little donut she had to sit on. So we was working. Her mom went to the mall, and she was like, "Oh man, I can work it. I can work it out." So it turned around. She couldn't make it the rest of the day. So we got back in the van to go back to our, they were dropping us off at the hotel and taking us to her house. And the dude, Hallie's like, got back to the house, but her mother wasn't back yet. And her house was literally on, you walk out the house, you on the sidewalk. Like, the house was right on the street. So Hallie was just trying, she extra nice. She was like, nah, you ain't gotta wait. Just go ahead, man. Just. And the guy was like, you sure? And she was like, yeah. So he left. And she was sitting on the sidewalk, bro. And I was like, yo, bro, hold up, man. I said, now if that was anybody else, you wouldn't have left her, dude. Y'all went off on this driver, bro. Off. So I got in my car, and don't ask me how, through the grace of God, man. I just jumped from my whip, and I drove back. And when I got back there, she was still sitting on the sidewalk, bro. So I got out the car, I came back. She was like, how you get? I said, Hallie, I don't know, but I was not leaving you on the sidewalk by yourself, man. I said, I got a sister, I got families. I'm like, yo, my girl. I said, if anybody leave my girl on the sidewalk sitting like this, I'm gonna kill them, bro.
Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
sat there, yo, we sat on that sidewalk for like 2 hours before her mother ever came back. There was no cell phones then, bro. So
That.
we didn't know, you know, his mother, her mother didn't know that we was in rehearsal. That was gonna be all day. So
Yeah.
she just was just, going to the mall just to have something to do. Yo, 2 hours later, I guess her mom went back to the set and found out we broke, and then she came back to the place. She was like, "Dad, I'm so glad you came back." Cause I was like, she was like, man, I didn't realize I was gonna stay that long, bro. We sat on the sidewalk for 2 hours. We just chopping it up. Then we walked and got something to eat. I went and got something. We came back, man. And she ain't never forget that, bro. Never forget that. Every time I see it, she be like, yo, you, this man was my guardian angel. I was like, yo, I just, if something told me, man, to go back, man, because I was like, I'm not gonna leave her there, and I knew she had a little bruise going on, man. So I was
Yeah,
like, man, but yeah, crazy moments, bro.
sure.
That's my Halle
Um,
Berry story.
I do appreciate, like you said, you taking the time doing this because, like I said, I know you're busy. I know we were supposed to do this a couple of times, and I always tell people I don't take anything personal when I don't speak to people or things don't happen because
Right.
life happens. It happens to me as well. So it's like, how am I going to get mad? And I just hate when people when they say that they're friends of people who are celebrities or have some type of status in life, and they get mad, and I'm like, you can't get mad at situations that one
Nah.
that you have no control over. Two,
Exactly.
um, if you're a friend or you really know this person, you have to give them the grace to be who they are or what they're doing. As long as they're not in any type of trouble or doing something stupid. And I guess that because I went to school with the likes of a Slick Rick, a Dana Dane, those type of people. So like when we were coming up together, like they were never celebrities or friends. I mean, they were friends. So anybody I met after that was the same thing. And remember, I came by the time with Video Music Box, and Ralph and Tuffy were doing the videos. So I'm on set.
Channel 55 on the UFC. What is that? UCF or UF channel? It was 55 for me.
UHF, UHF.
UHF.
For,
UHF.
for for New York, it was channel 31.
I
Like
think
I said,
Long Island was 55.
Long Island, yeah, 'cause, different frequencies, and just coming up with the people I came up with, I kind of understood. And like I said, being literally best friends with Carl Payne, because Carl Payne was already on the Cosby Show and had already done um show enough. What was You the Master Now? What was it?
Oh,
Ah, ah,
uh, killing
yeah,
me right now.
Bruce
Go ahead, go
Leroy.
ahead.
But
Bruce
anyway,
Leroy. Yeah, yeah.
and Dondre Whitfield. Dondre
Oh,
Whitfield was on the Cosby Show as well, and we're good friends as well. So us being friends at that time when they were coming up, we didn't view them as such. So then when I started meeting other people like you and other people that were coming up in the game, and I was lucky to meet a lot of people coming up in the game. And I'm gonna use one example. Buster Rhymes. He approached me one time. This was, of course, years ago. He said, "Yo, dog, I'm gonna always fuck with you." I'm looking at him like, "Okay, I'm gonna always fuck with you." He said, "No, no, you don't understand." Because remember, I used to do parties back then. He's like, "Yo,
exactly.
when Leaders of the New School first came on the scene, nobody knew who we were. You didn't know who the fuck we were. And at the door, because we used to get shut down all the time, you let us in. I will never forget that. I will never
Yo,
forget
Buster
that.
will he don't, bruh.
And
Buster
I
will
didn't
let
know.
you
I didn't know at
know.
the time. I really didn't know.
Yo, and it be tripping me out because we was at in Miami with when Floyd Mayweather did this that exhibition with that kid, and Buster was in the back. He was like, "Y'all do not understand, man. We from Long Island, Chill from Long Island." He said, "Yo, I used to watch Chill and be like, yo, I want to do that." And I'm going, "What?" Yo, it blow your mind and you not
Yeah,
thinking. I'm like, "Oh yeah, we was out before them," but it was just the fact that you're not thinking Buster Rhymes watching you and being inspired.
yeah,
And he will let you know though, bro. That's the main thing about Buster, man. He'll give it to you, bro.
yeah.
He gives it to you.
Yep. But I know we can go on and like literally hours and continue
But
talking.
yo, yeah, I'm gonna give you one good one story, bro. So you ever going on it's on YouTube. It's a cassette tape of Chili Dog, because that's my nickname was
Yeah.
Chili Dog. Biz Markie and Kid Wizard. Now, Kid Wizard was a kid from Wyandanch
Yeah.
who was 4 years younger than me. So when I graduated at the time, we did this show at the high school. So I had to be like 19, he had to be 15. At 15, now you're going to look at it. It says 86, 1986. He was 15 years old. And the boy said in his rhyme, I take 7 MCs, put them in a line, and add 7 more brothers who think they can rhyme. And it'll take 7 more before I go for mine out of 21 MCs at the same time. Yo, people do not understand. Rakim wrote a lot of that stuff at 15 years old.
Yep.
You know, me and Ra went to school together.
I didn't know that.
Rakim was
I knew
Rakim
it was
played
from
the
school.
alto sax. Yo, the kid A was a quarterback. He swore he was gonna be in the NFL. You know Ryan bigger than the matchstick, bro. But that kid was a prodigy, bro. And we didn't like you just what you was it made me think of that because all the people you went to school with you just it was just them. And
Yeah.
that at the time his name was Kid Wizard, but then he got to the nation and became Rakim. But dude, I could watch his whole family musical. His brother Blast played on keyboards. His other brother plays the piano now.
Yeah.
Mother was a jazz singer. His aunt is a famous jazz singer, and all his whole family. But him, that's why when he talks about when he write his rhymes, he writes like he plays sax. So he played like da 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 da. So
Yeah.
that's why he writes like that. But dog, yeah, 15 years old, that dog was putting together words like that, man. And we just thought it was just rap. He was just rapping.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we can go on and on forever. But yo, now you gotta come do my podcast, bro.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
My
Definitely.
joint is called the Pit Stop Podcast with two
That stuff.
two T's on pit. So y'all when y'all go on, come check us out, man. But you gotta come on my joint, man. We gotta come do your joint, bro.
Definitely.
I'm gonna
Definitely.
bring my whole crew next time. We gonna all lock in and act crazy. My crew is crazy.
Like I
They will smoke your boots, bro. I'm gonna make sure that they know. I'm gonna tell them anything he say, smoke his boots, cause he talk too much trash. You kill him.
you know me. I'm spontaneous, so I can
Oh,
I
I
can
know how you work,
hang,
bro.
I can hang with the best of them.
Yeah. Yo, you know I can stay here with you all day. First of all, I'm glad to see you in there, and this is it's comfortable and safe. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's how that's how this cat cut up the other day because he was comfortable and safe. He felt free. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's how you get good conversation out of people,
Yeah.
man.
Definitely. Definitely.
But yeah, man, we gotta do a part two, bro. I don't know. I know
Definitely.
we way over time. How much time you was trying to take?
Wait. Say again.
How much time you was taking?
No, it's still like it's still under an hour. I,
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
I try to like listen. I don't look at time. I just look at the conversation, and as long as it's flowing. And there's people that actually, I just hate like excuse me for saying this, like the Joe Buddens having 4 or 5 hours and drink champs, and I'm like, they doing their thing. I'm not taking anything away from them, but I can't concentrate on staying when I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I had Kenny Parker, and Kenny Parker, I think we talked about an hour and a half. Um, Bow-legged Lou, we was on for like an hour. So I mean, yeah, this is like kind of typical. 'Cause, like we just get caught up in conversation. Next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, it's this time, and and as long as people are enjoying the conversation, that's all that matters to me. Like I said, it could be 20 minutes, and if we can pack a lot in 20 minutes, then it's 20 minutes. If it's an hour,
I knew. I said, I'm gonna get some crown and relax it now. If I get on and drink that crown, we're gonna be here for 3 days, boy. We're gonna go to
yeah,
sleep. Wake up. We still on? Yeah,
yeah,
we
we,
still
we, we
taping.
could do a part 15 and still have more to talk about. So,
Word. But yo,
but
I
that's
just want to say to anybody that watched this podcast right here, bro, if you saw my story, if you talked about my story, if you prayed for me, I want to thank you because there's prayer and power, man. It's power in prayer. Believe that, man. I'm telling you. And another thing is mental health.
yeah,
I wish I would have got a therapist before my accident. After I got the, they gave you one, and it was just like it's a great outlet, man. It's a great thing to you tune your car, you can tune your mind.
yeah,
I tell people, man, it's nothing, yo, bro. Best thing ever. And my therapist retired, and we still stay in touch. So she was like, listen, anytime you want to call me about anything, even though I'm not in the business no more, but it don't mean I don't still know what I know. I know what I know. So
yeah.
that's the best thing, man. 20-year relationship, man. We still I need to talk, call and we chop it up.
That's good, and the mental health thing is definitely
It's
is being
important, bro.
destigmatized in the Black community, and I'm glad because even
Oh man.
even when I talked to Charlamagne the God, like that's a big component for him, and I know we had
Yeah,
a nice
man.
conversation about that as well. So that's
It's real.
definitely a good thing, and you know,
That's
but
one of
like
the
I
things
said,
I emphasize that.
yeah, definitely. But like I said, we can go on and on. But like I said, I don't want to hold you up, and I do appreciate. Is there ways that anybody can contact you via social media or things
Yes,
of that nature?
please. Daryl Chill Mitchell at Instagram, Daryl Chill Mitchell Facebook, and I'm Daryl Chill Mitch on Twitter, and you can hit me on Snapchat at Daryl Chill 3.
Everybody, and you had that Monica Dow three for a while, but everybody, one R. If you're not looking at the
Thank you.
screen,
Yeah, yeah,
one
they
R
can
for
see
Dow.
it. One R. You got it, bro.
So
Yeah, because a lot of times they mess it up.
once again, thanks for your time. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for your wisdom. And of course, we're definitely gonna speak again. You know,
Of
doesn't
course.
it doesn't have to be cameras rolling or a tape recorder recording, but
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, man, is like we're gonna organize it next time. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Look at, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna send you a bio and all that.
yeah. But
So
that's
you
cool.
know,
But the good thing, like I said, when I do have these conversations, for me, it's not about that because one,
true.
more than likely, I know. But another thing, there were times.
But it ain't. I'm not talking to you for you.
No, no,
You
no,
got
no.
like
Like
I'm talking to you for you. One, I know I ain't talking to you. I'm talking through you to them.
I get it.
You think everything about you said. You
It has to be.
killing me, bro.
No, but this is what I'm saying. There were times where I can know you for 30 years. You could send me something. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that. So that's another reason why I like to get that because it's like then I'll be like,
Oh yeah. Oh,
I didn't know
I
you
know. I
did
got.
this.
You're gonna see stuff that's gonna blow your
Yeah,
mind. You're gonna be like, what?
I'll be having conversations. I'm like, word. I'm like, I talked to you like the past 5 years, like every day, and I didn't know you did that. But like I said, that's a good thing. But the thing is, it's not about what you're doing; it's about who you are.
Facts. That's what.
So
Hey, bro. I tell people that all the time, man. It
yeah,
ain't about what I do. It's about who am I? You know what I'm
yep.
saying?
And of
And
course,
that's
what you're doing will come
backwards.
out of
You
that.
know.
But just saying.
Exactly.
But
You
like I
boys,
said,
man.
big said the industry code sign. Daryl Chill Mitchell, thanks for your time once again. And until
Yes,
the
sir.
next time, do what you love what you do, and be happy. I don't know where that came
Power
from.
to the people,
But
Frederick. Power to the people.
peace,
Frederick
everybody.
Douglass in the room.
And
Yeah.
this thing is not